Welcome to the Gear Slum, your one-stop shop for all things guitar culture nonsense. I'm Aaron.
I'm Phil.
And I'm Cole.
We slum it hard so you don't have to. Folks, I'm going to give you a little peek behind the curtain. Today's been really super easy. Everything has gone smoothly, and we started with no problems. And there's your peek behind the curtain. The iron
We
curtain.
started this podcast session an hour and 40 minutes ago, and we're now starting the first episode of the session. So this is great.
Which is a lot longer than we normally take, I would say. Is one way to describe it.
It's not statistically insignificantly longer.
It is significantly statistical.
Exactly.
Phil, are you still there?
Yes.
Phil is...
But is your heart still in it, Phil?
We'll see.
You just got to roll with it. You got to take some time. You got to say what you say. Don't let anybody get in your way.
You got this red cap is gonna... I can't remember any of those lyrics.
The Red Caps finally got a rap from the critics.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But everybody wanna run the gun, someone from the gun. Life moves really fast. Something in the better stay on top of life, I'll kick you in the ass.
Hey, whoa. This is a family show.
I can hear your child in the background. You know whose
Remember
child isn't
that,
in the background?
kid?
Mine. Because
So what
all
you
my
gonna
family's
do?
out of town.
Also
Scrotum! See, I can just do stuff like that.
Please don't.
Oh, you don't like that?
No, guys,
not
so
good.
it was like my wife was out of town the other day, and I was doing some shopping on my own. And I found...
Shopping. Quote unquote shopping.
No, I found...
Was shopping online.
I went to buy some jeans. I needed some jeans, and I found this T-shirt of Top Gun, and it was awesome. And I bought it because I'm an idiot.
Nice.
But you got to wear it to the premiere of the new Top Gun film, Top Gun 2. Electric Boogaloo. Top Gun 2. Where did that joke originate? I've heard it from
It's a movie.
There's a...
No, I know there's a movie, but like, who's the one that started saying it about everything?
About sequels? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't...
Because
It's
I've
not
heard
like
it from
a...
like different sources, different outlets,
Yeah.
podcasts and things.
Yeah. Oh, it's Breakin' 2.
Break Into Electric Boogaloo is the actual movie. Yes.
I feel like it's a really old
the
joke.
Break-In. It's a movie about a home invasion. And,
Yeah. It came out after
For some
Home Alone
reason-
Home Alone kind of started a trend of home invasion movies.
The Break-In Part 2. Electric
Break-In-
Boogaloo.
Break In and Break Into are maybe 10 years before Home Alone.
Yeah, dude. They're the originators.
Oh,
of the
so
home
you're saying...
invasion.
So you're questioning the premise of Aaron's joke about it being a home break-in thing?
Yep.
And my joke about it being an offshoot of Home Alone?
Yes. No.
Oh.
No,
So
I'm saying they
so
are
you're saying
related.
those jokes weren't valid.
I'm saying they are related, and I'm saying that it was the originator, not
I feel like
Home Alone.
I feel like Panic Room should have just been called Home Alone 4. It is essentially Home Alone when you think about it.
No, because
Except
it's
that the mom is there. But
yeah, the mother and the daughter. They're not alone.
But there's the
Home.
two. There's like the crooks that come in. Oh, that's a great movie. I forgot
It
how
is a
good
great
that
movie.
movie is.
Is that
So-
the first? Is that the first instance of? Is that the one where the call's coming from inside the house or whatever?
No.
What's that movie?
That's like some 80s
Scream?
slasher movie.
Okay.
I guess Scream was like
Yeah,
Scream was not
probably-
inventing
just-
anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was commenting.
It was like parodying that.
Okay, so I heard this about the movie Panic Room, that it, first of all, music related. Dwight Yoakam is one of the actors in that movie, and he read for the part of Raoul.
Mm-hmm.
And then he thought, his agent was like, yeah, they want you to read for this part. And he's like, which one? And he's like looking around, and they're like, Raoul. And he's like, what? Okay. So he reads for the part, and he's like, well, they'll probably change the name or something. And then is it David Fincher? Yeah. So David Fincher was like, so the first day he's like, so you're going to give me a different name, right, if I got the job? And he's like, no, I think we should stick with Raoul.
He's like, that I'm the whitest person on the planet, right? My name is literally Yoakam. Like, it doesn't get any wider. It's basically yokel.
And he's from Bakersfield.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Dwight Yoakam is.
Dude, do you think he knows Korn?
I think he was in Korn.
Do you think, would you see...
They were one of his biggest influences.
They almost called their band Dwight Yoakam, too. Electric Boogaloo.
Call back.
which is a better name than Korn, to be honest.
Dwight Yoakam 2, Electric Boogaloo?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a mouthful.
He's not from Bakersfield. He's from Kentucky.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Like a country equivalent to him that is from Bakersfield, right?
Yeah, Merle Haggard is... Well, so
is he the Bakersfield
they're
guy?
not like from Bakersfield, but a lot of people came to Bakersfield.
Is this the Dust Bowl, Okie, Arky?
No, it was like later. It was like in the... it may have been, but they were like... So, I'm pretty sure Merle Haggard was just like on the run from the law and like hopped on a train and came to Bakersfield.
Where is no one going to want to look for me? Bakersfield.
He was...
what was he on?
I don't know. I could be making this all up, or I could be believing
hope you
a
are.
lie.
Can we talk about the word haggard? Have we already talked about this before?
No. I mean, I don't think so.
Like, you would say, like, somebody looks haggard, right?
Yes.
That word should be spelled as, like, an ED, like a past participle type of adjective, and it's not. Why is that?
Because there's no verb. Because haggard,
like it should
haggard
be,
is not a
I
verb.
know, but what I'm saying, like haggard, if any other adjective that sounds like that would end in an ed.
Bastard. Oh, that's not an adjective. I guess it can be though.
Master's degree in English.
It can be,
ladies and gentlemen.
It can be an adjective.
Yeah, but it's not that. It's not. I'm feeling really bastard right now.
No, but you're the bastard son of someone.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. It's
I see what you're saying. Like knackered.
Yeah, or tired, or
feeling really hammered.
Hammered. Any of those. But then haggard, and then
Plastered.
The fact that this dude who looks very haggard, like his actual last name is Haggard, spelled the same way. That's kind of crazy too, right?
Oh, I was wrong. I'm sorry. It is crazy, but Merle Haggard.
So, are you saying that, like,
from
if he
Bakersfield,
if he looked like George Clooney, that then it would be like, would that be weird?
I don't know. The thing, like, the fact that it was like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
and then would you be like, would the word have changed?
Like, did the word come first?
Change?
Yeah.
Yeah, would Haggard, like, you're looking pretty haggard. Would it be like he looks like some suave debonair? Like if he looked like freaking...
That dude's so haggard right now.
John Hamm or something like that.
Dude, John Hamm is pretty haggard.
You're looking haggard.
But, like, then why don't we say, man, you look so Clooney?
Oh, you're so Clooney.
I don't know.
You can say that.
But because Clooney isn't an adjective in the English language, but haggard is.
Oh, I think you're right.
Haggard.
I think.
Okay. Have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
It's Merle Haggard. No, haggard is right. Like the adjective is haggard, but
that's kind of screwed up, right?
But
it's
his
not
name
just me.
is Hagar.
But like that adjective should be spelled Haggered, right?
I'm not with you on that one. I understand what you're saying, but I don't know why. I don't have any problem with the way that it is. I'm sorry.
Well, you're wrong.
I probably am. Would be about the third time. I'm sorry.
So that's what's busting my biscuits
my craw.
this morning. That's what's stuck in my craw.
You guys,
Why don't we start the episode?
We did. Do you guys listen to the?
Yeah, we're running out of time.
You guys listen to the Bill Simmons podcast?
Never.
Yes.
So he had Flea on the other day. You know who Flea is? Flea is a American musician.
He plays guitar for the Red Hot Chili Peppers,
yes,
right?
bass guitar, electric bass guitar.
But it's a kind of guitar.
Hey, did you know that there are some companies that only do bass guitar things?
Yeah, like Ampeg.
Mm-hmm. Amp
pretty
egg.
common.
Yeah, well, you put the little egg on your amp and it like shakes and then.
Tell your dog to shut up, Aaron.
Hold on one second. Give me one moment, please.
Did he just hit his dog? Aaron has this great new mic that picks his own voice up about the same as before, but it picks up everything else 100 times better than before. It's a real benefit.
All right, so
to our process.
I liked what you said.
So Flea
Aaron,
was on.
just use your old mic, and he's like,
Listen,
I can't. It's not here.
Listen.
No,
So Flea was on, and
Flea.
They were talking about
Guitarist.
music. Guitarist for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Dave Navarro. Mm-hmm. Who's your favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers guitarist? It's Dave Navarro, and why is it Dave Navarro?
Steve Frusciante.
Wait,
John
Mike.
Frusciante?
No, you are telling us about Flea right now.
I know, we're taking a sidetrack. Why are you so focused right now?
He's got a heart out.
It doesn't matter.
I have some Flea anecdotes.
He has a
So I
raging
don't want us
heart
to get
out.
off topic.
Oh, you don't want me to get off topic because you want to take it off topic. Okay.
No, I'm politely waiting, but if you're changing topics, then I'm bringing it back to Flea.
I'm not changing topics. We're going back to Flea. Flea is a gateway to my real topic.
Phil Eisenhower, politely waiting. Do you remember that episode of Simpsons with Smashing Pumpkins? Hey, I'm Billy Corgan, Smashing Pumpkins. Homer Simpson, smiling politely.
I do not. So anyway, he's talking to Flea. They're talking about the Lakers for a while. And then they talk about music. And Flea says this thing that really resonated with my soul. He was talking about like how, and I don't buy what he was saying, but he was talking about how like music, older music and like new music is like different because they used to know how to write songs, which is like stupid. But then he was saying like, he's like, yeah, because you get like, you know, the chorus and you have like dynamics and modulation and all this stuff. And it made me realize why I hate looping so much. Because you're like trapped. You're trapped. And it's all the same, and it's just like repeating. And it's like, this song could be 15 seconds long, and it would be just as good as it is at 8 minutes long. That's it. That's my whole rant. I hate it. Live looping is stupid. Don't do it. Just write a song.
The analogy that makes sense to me is like, you know, like those street artists who they'll like paint something upside down.
Yeah.
Or they'll paint it with like spray paint and then like scrape it around or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine as a street performer, but
It would be like if the street
the art
performer
that it creates
never flipped it upside down, though. They just left it upside down.
Yeah. Like, if the art that it creates still isn't good, like, I enjoy it. I enjoy watching it be made.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make me want to hang it on. It's kind of
like a parlor trick.
It's like some, like, super shreddy guitar. Like, it's not something... Or even, like, Andy McKee, or like, a lot of, like, really percussive guitarists, like, finger-style guitarists that do all this crazy tapping and percussion and stuff. Like, I don't want to... It's not good music. It's just... like impressive. It's an impressive feat that they can do, but it doesn't mean it makes good music. Sometimes it does, but a lot of times it just makes stuff that sucks to listen to.
Right.
Like if it's only entertaining as a YouTube video, then it's not good music, you know?
Yes, and that's not saying that there's not, I guess, merit to that, because it's fine to entertain people, but I just don't want to listen to it.
Yeah. It just means it's bad music. Like, it's okay to be something else, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, our podcast isn't good music either.
It's not.
It's
amazing.
not even a good podcast.
It's an amazing podcast.
I mean,
don't get
not
down
this
on
morning.
yourself.
It's not.
Yeah, it is. We got Flea. We got Merle Haggard. Got Dwight Yoakam.
Hagrid.
Merle Haggard.
Ooh.
Haggard Noir.
Hagrid looks pretty haggard too.
He does.
Yeah.
Merle Hagrid.
I thought his name was Haggard.
There's. I'm gonna Google that because somebody's
wait a
done
minute.
that.
Merle Hagrid would be a great name for a country band that is Harry Potter themed.
Mm-hmm.
Merle Hagrid.
I googled Merle Hagrid. The first things that comes up is a picture.
Please say fan fiction.
No, it's like a little comic, just a one-frame comic of this huge Merle Haggard looking guy, okay. And Harry Potter's next to him, and it says, "You're an Okie from Muskogee, Harry."
Worth it. That was worth it. You're an Okie from Muskogee, Harry.
Oh man. Thank you,
Gary.
Internet.
What a guy.
You came through again.
Merle
Came through in the clutch.
Hagrid. Merle Hagrid.
It is a very good. It's a very good band name.
It's a pretty good band.
Okay,
name.
if you saw it, but see, here's the thing, Aaron. If you saw it on like a marquee or a flyer,
Yeah.
you'd be like, wait a minute, are you telling me that this is a country band that is Harry Potter themed?
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe.
My only thing is that I hate Harry. I have no interest in Harry Potter, so it doesn't like appeal
me too.
to me.
I have zero interest in Harry Potter.
Your guys' opinions are wrong.
That's fine.
Your lack of interest is wrong.
But I also
my
have,
interest increased with this potential band.
also have
I
zero
would
interest
think-
in Harry Potter themed bands.
I would
Oh.
think that it was just like a punk band that had a clever name.
Yeah, that's true too. Is this a ska band?
Yeah,
I would like it better if it was just called Merle Haggard, but it was like Haggere.
Spelled different.
Yeah, dude. Because then it'd be like, oh, because he's haggard. Because that's how most people think it's spelled. Because that's how it should be spelled. And when I
Okay.
say most people, I mean me until just recently, a couple years ago.
Most people.
In the early 2000s, I went to see, like, it was a guy I sort of knew.
Is this about
And
Flea?
he's like, yeah, you should come see my band. And I was like, and he was like, yeah, we're playing at the blah, blah, blah at this time. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. So I knew the venue, and so I went. And then, and I didn't ever catch his band's name. But then I saw on the flyer at the venue that his band was called Agroculture, but it was spelled like all effed up. I can't remember how he spelled it, but it was not a normal.
Agroculture is a good name, though. If
And
it's
I
like an
think-
angry punk band.
Well, no, it was definitely new metal.
Oh, then.
And now that I'm thinking about it, it was
disqualified.
okay.
Ugh.
So Limp Bizkit is like spelled very strange. I'm sure that was what they were kind of going for. But yeah, Agroculture.
Limp Bizkit.
Yes, Limp Bizkit.
Also, Limp Bizkit is just not good.
Is it like a naughty thing?
Is it
Aaron?
erectile dysfunction?
No, it's a gross thing that I don't want to talk about.
You don't want to talk
Okay.
about it, Aaron?
No.
Okay. Well, Cole
I
and
feel like at one point I knew what it meant, and I can't remember.
I've heard what it means. That I don't know if it's true, but it's gross. I'm not gonna say
It's
it.
not good.
It's not good.
So tell us your flea anecdotes, your flea anecdotes.
Do you remember when Flea was in Son-in-Law?
See, that's what I was going to bring up. The fact that he's done a whole bunch of weird,
Yeah, he's done a bunch of
small
acting,
movie
hasn't he?
parts.
Well, he's like very L.A.
Wasn't he
So-
Oh, man, it's
in
very
Lots
LA,
of people
so
are very
I know,
LA.
but I'm saying it's
a
not.
bing a bong
It's
Burbank?
not that odd that he would be a actor too.
Well, lots of musicians in LA aren't also actors, though.
Yeah, Aaron.
I know a lot of them aren't, but a lot of them are also.
No.
Like who else?
Like who else?
Name him. Yep.
I'll
name
give you
him.
one. Tom Waits, actor.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of
Tom
Tom
Hanks?
Waits?
Are you talking about Tom Hanks?
You've never heard of Tom
The
Waits?
incomparable Tom Hanks? Life is like a box of chocolates.
Nick Cave, Kevin Bacon, Keanu Reeves.
No, none of these
Those-
count because those
none-
are actors who became musicians.
Nick Cave counts.
You
dummy.
liar.
Nick Cave counts.
Incomparable Cage
Cave.
from Face Off?
Cave.
The incomparable
Valley Girl?
Nick Cage?
From Once Bitten. Wait, was that?
I love
Jim Carrey.
that.
All
Like,
I'm saying is
Flea.
you're wrong. It's not.
I like the fact
It's not
because like
like
you get to
everyone does it, but
choose.
it's not an odd choice, is what I'm saying.
Like in the screen, it isn't. It is like. It is somewhat because he is like such a unique looking person too. You know, like if Post Malone were to be in a movie, like that would be unusual. Man, he has been in a ton of movies. Most of them start with the words Red Hot Chili Peppers, but still. But I like the fact that like when you become an actor, you choose your name, like in the Screen Actors Guild or whatever, and he's just Flea. Like that's what his Flea.
Was he also in Point Break, or was that just Anthony
I
Kiedis?
think just Kiedis.
Dude, he's in Toy Story 4.
He's also
You got to
in,
admit, that's a little bit weird. That the bassist for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, he's also in Inside Out.
He's also
which
in
was the
Back to the
Pixar
Future
movie?
Part 2.
That's the one that I was thinking.
Back to the Future Part 2.
Back to the Future Part 2, and he's also
Dude.
in a Charlie Sheen movie called The Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he's
with
in,
with Anthony Kiedis.
do you guys remember what else he's in? As a nihilist.
Yeah, that's right.
Freaking
And we will
Big
squeeze
Lebowski.
them.
It's so fun because like it's become a thing now where like famous people who shouldn't be actors will get parts as extras in movies that they want to be in, like the new Star Wars movies and stuff.
Right, yeah.
Right.
But like he's been doing it since the early, since the 80s or whatever.
He has. He's been doing that as long
Which is
as
like-
he has been in
Yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. So it's not like... I'm just saying he has two
Yeah,
things
it's-
that he does. They're not like...
Totally. Yeah, but it's not like the thing that's crazy is that he's so much more well known.
Well, yeah.
Like the degree of fame that he's reached as a musician has so far surpassed. Like I could see starting off that like, yeah, I've got my music and I've got my acting and I'm trying to do both.
Yeah.
But it's like the fact that he still does like these tiny voice acting roles and stuff like that when he's also this like world famous millionaire musician that's kind of what's most surprising about it.
Yeah.
Okay, but like,
Probably
Right?
just enjoys it, though.
No, totally.
Right.
But I'm not saying
No, I know.
Like
I do
but it's
understand
still
what you're saying.
surprising.
Yes.
okay,
Like
so
I know you
Aaron
don't want to
named-
just admit.
Agreed. I just said agreed.
Aaron named a number of movie stars who have.
No, I started by naming
Listen,
musicians who are actors.
let me finish. Aaron named a lot of movie stars who just decided to start playing music, and obviously that went relatively well because they were already famous movie stars.
Exactly.
But I'm trying to think of ones where the line is kind of blurry of like what they are,
Jennifer Lopez.
like where it's equally.
Which one they're
Ooh,
more
Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah,
Good.
great example.
I'm going to say Jared Leto.
I think he's...
Jay Leno?
Maybe... Well, I guess he's not super famous as either one.
I'm just saying equally.
Yeah.
I am
Equally-
equally known as a musician and an actor.
Yes.
Zero. The level is zero.
Um,
No, that Jennifer Lopez is actually a really good call.
That's a good one. 'cause
Even though
like,
it's kind of like era. Well, has she?
no, because she still makes
she's
music.
put out like recent music,
yeah,
right?
She still puts out
And
records.
she does like blockbuster movies.
Yeah. Well, she's got this new one out that apparently has like Oscar buzz around it even.
Dude, I'll tell you what did not have Oscar buzz was that one that she was in that I watched that was so terrible,
Geely?
and now I can't even remember what it was called.
Oh, about the mom.
No, the one that I recapped.
Where
Yeah.
she was the mom.
Yeah.
The
and didn't know
doctor's
it.
a woman?
That was terrible.
What was that? Oh, Second
was in-
Act. It was called.
Oh, yes. Yep.
That's
I feel
What was
like
the one-
Phil had this great question, and then Aaron just answered it perfectly right away, and now there's like no point in trying to think of other examples.
No, the question is, are there more? I'm
Yeah.
because like you said, Kevin Bacon, David Duchovny,
It's probably not
Jeff
people that
Bridges.
are in. The thing is, like,
All of them are like movie stars who play music.
right.
there probably aren't a lot that are like in bands, because like Jennifer Lopez was never. She was just herself,
Right. Yeah.
Or like Madonna did some acting, or
I guess like the
Britney
other.
Spears.
Well, that's more of a crossover, but like The Rock, he wasn't music, but he went from like one venue to another.
yeah, like from wrestling or whatever.
But I guess that's closer.
But he's completely left the one to go to the other.
Yeah, that's true. Except he made a wrestling movie. So. Completely
but
might
that's-
be a bit of an overstatement. I'm just kidding.
Was Jennifer Lopez? Did she play Selena?
Yes, Selena.
Okay,
Jennifer Lopez was a fly girl on In Living Color.
that's true.
That was a good show. I used to watch that when I was a kid.
I did too, because I had so much street cred. I was like, are they allowed to be saying things like that? That's inappropriate.
Gun Street Wiring Shop represents a brand new approach to the guitar wiring market. From their nothing is impossible philosophy to their community first attitude, Gun Street Wiring Shop is the premier maker of guitar wiring harnesses. Based in Central Oregon, Gun Street only does one thing: make your guitar sound and play better. Bored with your standard switching? Gun Street. Need more options? Gun Street. Looking to nail that classic tone? Gun Street. You want to try something that's never been done before? Gun Street. Sean's always coming up with new circuit designs. He's always down to make something special to fit your exact needs. So hit him up now, gunstreetwiringshop.com. Turn your SG into an OMG, your Les Paul into a More Paul, your Telecaster into a Telestar Blaster. And as always, members of the street crew get an extra discount at everything at gunstreetwiringshop.com.
My family is in at Universal Studios today.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife was texting me. They spent the night in Las Vegas on the way down there.
Oh, dang,
apparently
Sin City.
My 11-year-old son just did not enjoy the city at all, and she said it was because he could tell that it was like so full of sin and evil. My 11-year-old,
Like, yeah, idiot, it's in the
he's like,
freaking
I'm
name.
not entertained. This is not appropriate.
It's not a good place for children.
It's not a good place for anyone, really.
I mean, it's.
They claim
I do like it.
they want very badly to advertise as both a great place for family vacations
So it's-
and a den of iniquity.
It's an okay. I think it's a good place for family vacations as long as you like never go outside. Just go from family
Yeah.
place to family place. But if you're like walking down
Or
the street
just, like-
after dark and they're like flicking those little prostitute cards
they have
at you,
they have a few like all-inclusive
prostitute card
type
they
places.
do. They have like little cards that they like flick and
Oh yeah,
try to get you to take.
that's like their whole thing. Have you been to Vegas much, Phil?
It's been a very long time since I've been
Would
there.
you say that it's been a while?
Been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have like this world class food there, and they have some shows that are like family friendly and stuff. But yeah, it's not. I don't know. Still, have you guys seen that Norm Macdonald thing where he's talking like they say what happens in Vegas stays
Will
in
Smith.
Vegas, but that's not really
Ooh,
true.
good one.
Oh man, that is a good one.
Good one.
He's
Mark
mostly
Wahlberg.
left. He's mostly left music behind.
Mark
right?
Wahlberg. I don't think you can count Mark Wahlberg because he did an alley-oop off of music into acting and has never looked
Well,
back.
so did Will Smith because like.
Well, he
guess
did
Will
the
Smith
Wild
did
Wild
do
West.
music still later. Yeah, and getting jiggy with it.
Yeah, Will Smith
Will Smith did
used...
music and then acting and then had a music come back and then has not done music again.
And most of his music was like related. Well, it wasn't related. I mean, Wild Wild West was like a movie that he was in.
Queen Latifah is another one.
Yeah.
Is she still doing
or like
music?
Ice Cube. Or Ice T doesn't do movies.
See, both of the Ices stopped
all of
doing
my exes
music.
live in ISIS.
Both of them stopped doing music when they became.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
true.
like his. Okay, here's another question.
Mandy Moore. She's got a
Like,
hit show and
nobody-
she's got out the new single.
Nobody ever springboards the other way. Nobody ever
She has
uses
a new single.
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
Like-
she put out new music, a new single.
So we
Is
have
she the one? Is she the Ryan Adams one?
Yes, she was married to him for a while.
I feel like it's not a great way to describe her.
The Ryan Adams one.
I feel like that kind of goes in line with what Ryan Adams was trying to do.
I understand what you meant, but yeah, that's a fair
Yes.
point.
Okay, so here's a follow-up question. We
Ooh,
have
Lady
many
Gaga?
examples.
Sorry, go ahead.
Lady Gaga's not an actress. She's
Dude,
acted in like one or two movies.
She was in a huge
As a
movie.
singer. Yeah, as a singer.
Nah, she also acted though.
If Jennifer Lopez only ever made Selena, then we would not be having this conversation about her. So shut up and listen.
I disagree.
So we have a bunch of examples of people who have used music to springboard into acting and have never really looked back.
Mm-hmm.
And we have examples of people who have used their fame as actors to make crappy bands that nobody wants to listen to that are way more popular than they deserve to be because they were actors.
Like
Has
Jared
anyone
Leto.
like used... Has anyone... Or like Keanu Reeves, right?
Keanu Reeves started
Yes.
playing seriously after being an actor.
And the
And I
only
believe-
reason anyone has heard of his band is because he is the
Because-
actor Keanu Reeves.
Yes, I heard that they said they offered him. He did Speed, and then started playing with his band and gained like 30 or 40 pounds, and was touring.
Well,
and
when you
stuff.
stop doing speed, you gain weight. That's everyone knows that.
And then they said, "Hey, we want to do Speed 2, and we want to offer you a big, dump truck full of money." And they said, "But you have to get back to your speed weight." And he's like, "No thanks."
Jeez.
That he the thing I heard was that he said no only because they said you've got to get. And I'm sure they had like a timeline for it too. It was like,
Yeah.
you have to lose this much weight in this much time. And he was like, "No, pass."
Like that would like actors do that, but that would really suck and be really hard. Like to
It's like
I don't
your
know.
whole
It's,
life.
like, it's the
Your
most
whole life
awesome way
is
to do it,
just
though. Somebody's
losing
paying you a
weight.
bunch of money to.
I get.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
totally. Like, yeah.
But it is like an all-consuming pursuit.
So can you think? I mean, I guess there's just
I
more
have
money in acting,
one
right?
in my head.
Of somebody who's used mild fame as
Yes.
as an actor to then become a more famous musician
Yes.
to parlay it. Okay, I want to hear this.
Jack Black. He was in movies all growing up. And then he made Tenacious D, and then Tenacious D is huge, and that's probably what he's most known for now.
I don't think. I think in our
He
circles,
didn't use
that
his
is the
think
case.
fame-
in my circles. Because I don't even listen to them, and I know about them.
He didn't
Okay,
use
Aaron.
his fame as an actor to springboard himself into musical fame, though.
He didn't?
No, because he wasn't a famous actor.
I mean, he was kind of
The
famous.
most. No, he wasn't. He had one. His only known role that anyone knew was High Fidelity at that point.
I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think he's kind of like Flea. He just
He
like
no,
the way
because
Aaron-
he's
the-
done
Aaron,
like
the way
he's
you were
had like
describing Flea. He's like an LA person, like
yeah.
knowing a lot
no,
of
he
people
was like the
and doing
lead
both
role in
things.
King Kong. He's had like huge
Yeah, but
acting
that was
parts since
after
then.
Tenacious D.
And
Exactly.
Yes, well,
So he didn't
okay,
springboard out of acting into music.
and I heard this story specifically.
So you're talking about
that
people who no longer act, that only do
Peter
music.
Jackson said that he watched the movie Orange County and was like, "Yes, you are the person to be
For King Kong.
to be in King Kong." And he was like, "What?"
That is so weird. That is weird.
Yeah. He was like, "Wait, really?"
Because he's such a specific role
Peter
Well,
Jackson.
and wait,
in Orange County.
is Colin Hanks in
Yeah, Colin Hanks is in that.
that? Yes, he hired both of them because of
Oh, yeah, because he's the other
dynamic.
guy in King Kong. Yeah.
their dynamic in
King Kong.
Orange County. He was like, "You two need to be in this movie," and Colin Hanks was like, "Okay," and Jack Black was like, "Wait, what? Like, I play a drug dealer
Get weird stoner.
in my
kid.
underwear most of the time."
Yeah. Or, and
And-
even like all of his Tenacious D stuff is the same character. He's just like
Pretty
this
much,
loser
yes.
musician who just gets high all the time. But see, Aaron, what I'm saying is these people have parlayed fame in one area to reach higher fame in another area, and he is a more famous actor than a musician.
I think it's not ever going to happen because music is just not
Exactly.
as big as movies, like in general.
Yeah, it's like because you can make so much more money for one thing, and you don't have to you make one movie and you make money off of that forever. But in music nowadays, you don't make residuals like you used to.
Well,
you have
also,
to be
like,
touring all
if
the
you
time.
make a record and you sell like 5 million copies, that's huge. But if you make a movie and 5 million people see it, it's like a flop. So the reach is just way bigger with film.
Isn't
Yeah.
that just because? Oh, yeah.
So like,
I guess
if you,
that's true.
even if you're like, you could argue that like for a musician, Jennifer Lopez is way more famous than she is for an actor, but she's still
Yeah, but
more
she's probably
famous
made more
as
money.
an actor, like in general. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like she's a higher percentile on the list of
exactly
of
yes,
musicians than actors, but she's probably made more.
yeah, but
And
it's
that's-
like, yeah,
That was like
just a different
Piers
scale.
Morgan. I know this is a strange jump to make. Piers Morgan tweeted out this thing because like the Great Britain beat the United States in some rugby
Oh,
tournament.
rub it in, rub it in.
And he was like, "This proves that the athletes are better in Great Britain, and they could beat America at rugby or football." And it's like,
No,
What are you
proves that
talking about?
Care about rugby more than we
it
do.
proves that rugby's more popular in Great Britain. And like, if that was true, then all those rugby players would be going to play in the NFL because they can make 100
Way
times
more
more
money.
money. Like,
I know.
it's the same thing with acting. Like, if you can make that much more money doing it, because like Jack Black, I guarantee he made more money from School of Rock than he's ever made from his entire musical career. Right?
Yeah, probably.
And it's still like
Probably.
music based. Like he wouldn't have been able to play that role if he wasn't kind of a musician, but it wasn't like his
Yeah.
music that.
But I'm guessing
on
he made
display.
more money from King Kong though than he did from School of Rock.
Probably.
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, was that movie was such a weird. Remember, there was like this weird time in the mid 2000s when that was because it was when big screen TVs were becoming a thing and surround sound was becoming a thing. That like people just wanted these huge epic movies with big CGI and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's still
They
the case
still
with
do.
superhero movies, but they're not like. But King Kong was like over 3 hours long.
Yeah,
It's just like
yeah.
a Peter Jackson thing, I think.
3 hours and
Right.
7
Well, they were
I
minutes.
never
throwing
saw
money
it,
at him.
so I don't know.
I did. They were throwing
Yeah,
money
after
at
Lord
him
of the
because
Rings, you can do whatever you want.
yes, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Yes.
Which
Is it
is
just
so
that
funny.
Peter Jackson likes making really long movies, I guess?
Probably. But he also he got started making like weird B horror movies, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, so that grossed $550 million. King Kong did.
$550 million?
Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't
That's
it?
gross. That's the
That is gross.
first one, right?
That's like the overall total, and
Yeah,
then the
how much
budget
did
was
it
like
cost?
$207 million.
Oh. Still, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Dude, I was listening to this podcast. I forget. And they were talking about
What does happen?
making money. What happened?
All we can hear is your dog.
The dog are growling.
They're cute.
If you play a stringed instrument, you owe it to yourself to check out the Gabriel Tenorio String Company. Every string from Gabriel features a round core, fully hand-wound, one at a time in Gabriel's shop on a machine he designed himself to make sure you get the best, most consistent tone from your guitar. Gabriel makes strings for electric and acoustic guitar, bass, mandolin, uke, bass six, banjo, and just about anything else you can think of strumming or plucking. Each set is specifically designed for your instrument to bring out the sound you always wanted to get out of it. Check out the all-nickel strings for a classic, mellow tone that feels broken in from day one and just gets better over time. I've had them on my telly for a little over a year now, and I just now feel like I need to replace them. I promise you, if you try these strings, you'll never want to play another brand again. Join the string cult today at thegts.co.
Okay, what were you saying?
They were talking about, I forget who it was. Oh, it was like some old act. Oh, it was Aaron Sorkin who was talking on the Bill Simmons podcast, or Rewatchables, and he was talking about like making money from films, and they were talking, he said like, never take money off the back end. Like if they offer you points, never take points, always take cash up front. Because he said they basically find a way to like always say that the movie is in debt, that it's like not,
totally.
There is no profit.
Yeah.
No matter how much profit there is, they still say, oh, sorry, we didn't make any profit, because they like categorize it as like, oh, we got to put it into marketing or whatever.
We have like these more expenses and crap.
Yeah.
It's like the same way that like a lot of charities work.
I'm sure that that's true when with I'm sure that his experience, and that for the most part with like studios and normal studio situations, that's probably true. But I remember hearing that for Jackass, that they were like, hey, we want to do a movie with you guys, and which deal do you want? And they're like, we want the we don't want the cash up front deal, we want the back end deal. And it made them like so much money, because like DVD sales and, you know, rental percentages.
Yeah,
and, like,
it probably
cable.
does depend on who you're working with.
Depends on if they're trying to screw you, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that's true. Yeah, you're right. I'm sure that, but like it, and if you think about Jackass, they probably,
which I do,
they probably spent nothing on the movie. And I don't know.
Yeah, like the budget for that movie
Right.
has to be really low.
Right.
Because it's like the whole aesthetic is that it looks crappy.
Right. Yes. And the movie, you can tell that they clearly spent more. They had a budget with the movies that's higher than the show, but it's still definitely like, you know, it definitely has a low.
It wasn't
budge
200. Yeah. So guess what the budget was
for Jackass?
$250,000.
No,
$3
that
million.
would be insane.
$3 million.
$5 million.
$5 million. That's cheap. That's nothing. It's
Which
like,
is that's like tiny for a Hollywood movie.
like I could do that right now. I could just fund one.
Napoleon Dynamite was always well known for being super low budget.
So was My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
love that. Napoleon Dynamite was $400,000. Holy crap!
That's cheap.
What about My Big Fat Greek Wedding? Oh my gosh, what is happening?
What on earth?
Don't worry about it. I'll edit it out. It's fine.
Don't edit it out.
It's fun.
You can't edit it out now because we just reacted to the.
Well, I can edit out the reaction.
Closest without going over on My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
290,000.
I'm gonna say 900,000.
900,001.
You guys are bad at this game. $5 million.
Well, Big Fat Greek Wedding was $5 million.
Yeah.
What
Movies
about
cost like just having a camera there.
Okay. Now we're gonna do it.
But
with,
guess what it grossed worldwide?
Like a bajillion, a faquillion dollars.
No, you went over.
$1, Bob.
Yep, you're right. Aaron wins. 368 million.
Blair Witch Project.
No, this is boring. I'm tired of this game.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
I win.
listen.
Aaron forfeits. I win.
Yeah,
Phil,
fine,
do you have a game
win.
for us?
No, I have a game for you.
Or is it not time?
Check
oh,
this
okay.
out. All right, I have been thinking about my my stash it, mash it, trash it propositions, and I've decided to make a shift. We have a pretty good rig going on. So,
Hey, Aaron, real quick.
Yeah.
Blair Witch, $60,000.
Oh, dude, I knew it. That was exactly my guess.
Made 248 million. Okay, Aaron. Back to Aaron.
So, instead of giving you 3 options and forcing you to mash 1, stash 1, and trash 1, I have instead chosen 3 items, each of which I will present to you one at a time. And then you get to choose if that is something you would like to mash, stash, or trash. So instead of like doing a marry, bang, kill kind of situation, we're doing just rank it and is it cool or is it stupid kind of proposition. We'll see how it goes. Ready? The first item on the list is the Boss DD-3T. DD-3T digital delay pedal. Have you guys heard about this? You heard about this thing?
I think it's DD30, isn't it?
DD-3T.
3T.
I think it's
3T.
double D-3T. It's like a child.
Yeah, nice. Oh, wait.
3-year-old
Child.
toddler 3. 3T is like a child-size clothing.
A double D. That's different.
It makes no sense.
That's something different.
Okay, I don't know what that means. But so
No, it's like the matching outfits.
Yeah, there you
for
go.
mom and daughter.
There you go. Oh my God. So this is a digital delay pedal from a company from Japan called Boss. Boss,
Okay.
You may know them for their other pedals, like the DS1, the SD1, the MT2, the DM2. They're all number
CE2.
letter number usually. But this is an older pedal that's been out for a while.
Not the MS3. Oh wait, yeah, I guess it is.
That just got a new update to it. So the DD3 has been a really cool delay pedal for a long time. I really like it because it has this hold function on it.
Okay.
Where like if you hit it, and then you hold the button and it just keeps repeating until you let go. Which is
that what
cool.
the 3 has that the other ones don't?
I think that's the one thing that I know of that it has that the other ones don't. The other thing is that it's just
a
like
lot of people like have kept it on their board.
The other thing is that it just has like it's just simple, so it doesn't have different voices on it. It's just it's just a digital delay and that's it. Like the 5 and the 7 have all these different voices and functions, and this one is just short, medium, or long. So it's simple, and then it has the hold function. But what they did is they revised it and they added tap tempo capabilities to it. So you can plug in an external tap tempo pedal. You can tap in the tempo of the song, and it's I'm guessing much more accurate than
You
the
started
TC
you
pedals.
started to go Japanese at the end there.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I was just holding my mouth open.
Oh, okay. You're not doing anything with your eyes, are you, Aaron? I hope you're not.
Just looking with
Okay.
them. So
just
let's say you're confronted with this pedal at $139. Are you gonna?
I'm confronted
Are you gonna make
with
this?
it.
Are you gonna adopt this into your rig? Are you gonna buy it and maybe use it sometimes, or are you gonna not buy it? If someone gifted it to you, would you throw it in the trash?
Maybe the question would be, if someone gifted it to you, would you sell it for something else or keep it?
That is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good question.
So let's reframe it. Stash and Mash
Okay.
Trash is out.
Why?
I don't know.
No, I don't think it should be out.
It's not out. I'm just redefining the terms.
No.
You guys are trying to redefine it, and then I say redefine it, and you say no.
Aaron, come on.
We're not trying to redefine it.
Yeah, you said
we asked you to have it ready for today, and you didn't.
No, I'm saying you said maybe
just
not.
didn't.
Maybe not sell. Maybe not trash it. Maybe sell it.
Okay,
Which is
Aaron, if you're
the-
saying, would
exactly
you,
redefining
when
it.
somebody gives you a pedal, would you say no? The answer will always be, I will accept this free
I
pedal.
know. So I'm saying you can't say gift. I'm changing that. It's in the
Okay.
store. It doesn't matter. And pretend money doesn't matter. There is no money. Does this sound like something that you would like to stash, mash, or trash?
I am very interested in this pedal.
Okay.
Depending on the price,
It's
I will make a move.
$139.
That's a good 130. That's a weird price point for Boss.
$139.99.
Isn't most of their stuff either 150 or 100?
Most of their drive pedals are 100. I think the DD5 is like, or the DD7 now is like 179.
Or the DD8?
Yeah, now the DD8. But I think that one's like 180, so this one's a little bit less.
Here's what I'll say. I
140.
don't know what the allure is of the DD3 other than it sounds like the hold function.
Yeah.
But I know that I've seen that said many times.
You're saying
people,
like over their other delays?
Exactly. Like a lot of people say, no, screw the DD7, screw the DD5, get a DD3.
Yeah.
And then the same people say, oh, I wish the DD3 had a tap tempo input. So
right. I mean, it does have
their
like
credit,
I think its own kind of unique sound. It's very clean digital
totally,
sound too.
I mean, it's the same thing. Like people still, the CE2 is very sought after.
Yeah.
I mean, this kind of is in line with like the CE2W or the DM2W.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't just make it a Waza.
Yeah. Like they recognize that it's a popular thing that they no longer offer. So rather than having like this big secondhand market, they might as well just supply it themselves.
Well, as far as I know, the DD3 is still available or has been available up till now still. Because I still see it new in stores. The
Seriously?
3 and the 7. Yeah.
Not the 5 anymore, though?
No, so the 5 got replaced by the 7, but
by
the
7.
6, I guess, and then the 7. But the 3 is still available.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah. Because they're basically like two levels of the same. This is their basic one. The other one had the flavors or whatever. The analog sound.
It doesn't really have any appeal for me. But I think it's a wise decision on their part to make it.
Okay. It appeals to me immensely. This is the delay that I've been waiting for my whole life.
A delay.
Because I had a D3 and I loved it. But I'm like, man, if it had tap tempo, I'd buy another one.
Wait, so did you love it because of the thing that you said that most people love it for? The hold feature?
I did, but I also just liked the way that it sounded. Like, it's a really solid digital delay, but it's not as pristine as like a contemporary digital delay. It's probably similar to the 5.
So yeah, what's the difference? Because the 5 does have tap.
The 5 doesn't have the hold function.
Right. So then you can't say. I mean, you can, but if the difference between the 3 and the 5 is the hold function and tap tempo, and now the new one has tap tempo and the hold function, then it's like, okay, so this is superior to the 5. Yes?
Yes, unless you want the analog mode on the 5. Like, if you want modulated delay or analog sound, then the 3 doesn't do that.
Okay, but you had said you just wanted something with tap.
Yes.
And you don't really care about the hold.
For me,
why not get the 5?
Yes. I didn't say I don't care about the hold. I said I like the hold.
Aaron's always loved the hold, Phil. He's never not helded.
Plus, I think there is just something about the 3 that, like, it has its own character to it. I want it. With tap.
So is this now on your short list of things to buy?
It is. I'm going to mash the crap out of this.
Okay.
I wonder if the old 3s will go, like, even cheaper than they are now. The thing about the 3 is, like, used, they're not that much less than, like, a 5 or 7.
I know.
It's weird. They still go for almost $100.
I think it's because of what you said. Like, it's got its own following that, like, the demand is kind of stays. I feel like the 3s. I feel like I see the 5s lower than the 3s.
Maybe. I'm not allowed to type, so I don't know. This episode is brought to you by the Sinusoid Custom Shop. Sinusoid Custom Shop is capable of doing pretty much whatever you want for your cables. They can make cool like tech flex combinations. They can make right angle on one end and a noiseless jack on the other end. They can do pretty much whatever you want. They got their speaker cables in there. They also have a really cool builder. You go on the website. You can design whatever you want. If you want a snake to put all your stuff in a loom together, you can do that there. If you want something wild out of the box, send them an email. They can do it. They do all kinds of crazy stuff all the time. And if you join our Patreon, you get a special discount for anything you buy from Sinusoid, including the custom shop. So tell them we sent you. You won't regret it. Sinusoid.com. Let me tell you another pedal that's out that might be intriguing to you that we can talk about. This is from a company you may have heard of called JHS.
I've heard of them.
This is a brand new pedal that just got announced a couple days ago.
Wait, I'm going to interrupt you, Aaron.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't say what you want to do. Cole's going to trash the DD3T.
No, I'm gonna freaking keep that thing up my butt forever.
Okay, you're going to mash it up your butt. Cole's going to trash it. I'm going to also mash it. Oh.
So
never mind.
So the shirt that I saw an image of Josh Scott wearing a shirt that said JHS sucks.
JHS pedals suck, yeah.
Oh, JHS pedals suck. And I immediately went to their website to see if that shirt was available.
Their website's
and it
down.
was not.
Their website doesn't even work, does it?
Well, it worked when I saw that image.
Oh, really?
Because I thought I like that shirt.
Every time I've gone there in the last like month or two, it's been under construction. Maybe you went to the podcast website.
Maybe your internet is under construction.
No, maybe you went to the JHS like videos website. Like their YouTube, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So this pedal is called the JHS Cheese Ball Distortion and Fuzz Pedal. Let me describe it to you. It's orange with purple chicken head knobs. Has a wedge of what I would describe as Swiss-like cheese on the front. Two,
like a cartoony kind of.
Yeah, like in their vein.
Okay.
Two jacks, an input and output, or three jacks, input, output, input, power, and 1 foot switch, one LED. But here's the cool thing. So it's like a fuzz, but you can do different things. So it has a tone knob that goes from dark to bright. But you can also like get rid of that. So there's a switch next to it that has 4 positions. It has off, which bypasses the tone, and then it has 1, 2, and 3. So 1, it says, is like a scooped big muff. 2 is like a mid boosted fuzz, and then 3 is a spitty gated fuzz sound. So it's a triple fuzz, and it's based on this Love pedal. What is it? Love pedal something that apparently a lot of bands use in the 90s. So it's got this really 90s kind of gnarly sound to it. Have you guys heard of this pedal before?
No.
The JHS one or the Love pedal?
Either one. The new one, the JHS cheese ball, or the Love pedal ball of cheese.
I've heard of the JHS one.
Are you interested in this pedal? This is my question to you.
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I'm kind of over JHS largely.
Well, Aaron, everything is relative.
JHS largely. Because he's so big.
Banana fingers.
Everything is relative.
Yes, everything is relative. So if you're asking me, am I interested in it next to a Boss DD3? The answer is no.
No, this is separate. This is a completely separate proposition.
I know you're trying to steer.
I feel like
away
it shouldn't
from
be
your
though.
own
I feel
thing,
like
and
we
I'm
should
trying to
Don't worry
steer
about
try
it.
it.
Should be. All right, well, we're done then. This segment is over.
Remember that post about how like everyone loved Stash It, Mash It, Trash It, and how they keep their own spreadsheets of what their choices were and stuff, and then you're like, no, we're just not going to do that anymore.
It's fine.
That's dumb.
It's fine. We're done. This is over.
Have you guys noticed that I haven't been talking as much for the last few minutes?
Is it because you were looking up facts about Jack Black?
No, it's because
I assumed you were messing with your DP.
For some reason, I noticed that my amp cover, like the little cover slip thing on my amp, wasn't on. And so I stepped over to put it on. And when I stepped back, I knocked over my cup of Diet Mountain Dew and spilled like 30 ounces of Diet Mountain Dew on the carpet.
Oof.
And so I've been soaking it up for the last few minutes.
With a straw on your hands and knees?
Yeah, exactly. No, I was butt chugging it out of the carpet.
Out of the carpet.
This is messy. This is what happens
my family's
when
not home,
my family goes out of town. So did you have another pedal to discuss, Aaron?
I did not, in fact, have another pedal.
Okay. Aaron,
So-
I would like to have both of those pedals given to me.
I honestly, like,
If
I don't know.
I have to Sophie's Choice one of them.
Like, there's nothing that JHS is going to do with the fuzz pedal right now that I just assume that somebody else has already done it better, honestly.
But
Is
the
that-
artwork, Cole.
It's just all like very. I'm not gonna say it, but
Okay.
I want to say that it's cheesy, but I really don't want to say that. Like,
About the
whole
artwork?
thing. Yeah.
About the whole operation.
Just
Just
this
the
pedal
artwork.
in particular.
Oh,
Just
this
this
one. Oh,
pedal.
right, of course.
But like, is that? Do you get where I'm coming from? That like. The last really cool thing he did was just put a bunch of Tube Screamers in the same box. And this is just some other
And we
pedal that
already established
exists
that
with cartoony
VHT
artwork.
did it before him
That's true.
for less
We did
money.
establish that.
I'm sure they did it differently. I mean, they may have done it the same, but
Do we I looked up that pedal a bunch and I still have not found a single source that says that it's any type of Tube Screamer.
The VHT?
Yeah.
except for Phil's friend who told us that it was.
Yeah, I still I have no reason cuz I was going to buy one and the guy declined my offer.
I seriously doubt that it does the same like mechanical switching where it has the different circuits and it's like relaying stuff through different circuits like the
Yeah, it's like
JHS
different
one.
filter. It's like different
Well, there's
filter
only one way to
settings.
find out. Cole, buy one.
That's not really
But-
helping.
But what made you say that it was a Tube Screamer to begin with?
Because my
Someone
friend
told him.
me it was.
How do you have a friend that somehow we've never met or heard of but also knows about this obscure VHT pedal? Like, what are these two worlds that are so similar that still somehow didn't intersect in your life?
Okay, well, no.
What I'm saying is you're lying.
No, Cole, this is not that weird. This is not my Norwegian girlfriend from the internet. That's not what we're talking about here. This is a dude at church who plays a lot and is not part of the circles that we run in, as far as he's not in any of our groups, is what I mean.
I guess that makes sense because I have like the guitarist in my band is really into pedals, and you guys don't know who he is. Still, though,
You don't have to believe me, but I'm just saying,
well, no, like I believe that somebody told you this, but I think that that person was wrong.
Cole, I think you should take a chance. This could be the best kept secret.
If you
But here's the
change
thing,
your
though.
mind, I'll be first in line.
I've spent too much money on pedals lately. So that's one thing I wanted. How much? We still have some time. I did a live stream last night, and it was actually a lot of fun. And I was playing.
Wait, can we save this for the next one?
extremely- Are we doing a next one? Can we
Oh.
do two?
I
thought you had to leave it. Oh, 10 your time. Okay. Yeah, we'll save it for the next one.
Okay.
But one thing I want to talk about, though.
Thanks for fetching it.
One thing I want to talk about. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The Canalia every time I play that pedal, it reminds me how much I like it. And it's like one of the best, especially through an amp that you like. Like when I play it through the Stomp or like some other DI box, it doesn't sound as cool. But through any of my actual amps, it sounds amazing. And it just, like it just sounds like your amp. It's just like you're adding a second preamp onto your amp. And it's very good. So you should all check it out. They did not
It is
pay
a
me to say that.
gain shaping pedal, not a tone shaping pedal, as Sean would say.
That's kind of his wording, but it's true. Like it like I was saying this on the live stream, it seems like, especially like the Bassman and my two main amps are a Bassman and a Deluxe Reverb, and neither one has a gain knob. It's just master volume. But if they had a gain knob, it seems like all the sounds I can get out of that pedal, I could get out of the amp if it had a gain knob, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So it's cool that way. So that's all I'm going to say. You guys can suck it.
Okay.
Sounds good. You guys can suck it.
Thanks. What if you like to? I don't know. It's not inherently rude.
It was meant to be rude, and it sounded rude, and I can tell that it's rude.
I did not make the meme. I did not.
This is a meme.
This is a meme.
I did not share this meme. I did not. I did not make this meme.
What is it? What is the third thing?
It's the last one to share.
Yeah, I know. One of them.
Create this meme. I did not make this meme. I did not find. I do not like something.
I think it's I did not start this meme.
I did not start this meme. I did not create this meme. I did not share this meme.
This meme.
Thanks for friendship.
Thanks for friendship.
Thanks for friendship.